Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Ameen. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. So, Assalamu alaikum. My topic today is going to be about that hell is a remedial place for mankind, and that it is not everlasting, as some Muslims seem to believe, and it is also in the Christian and Jewish law that these things are everlasting for people who do not believe in their faith. And Muslims also have fallen prey to this. The most of the Muslim mainstream think that the Christians and Jews will be in hell forever, and the Muslims will be taken out one day. But these are misconceptions primarily about the word abada, which is in the Quran, which in the local Arabic vernacular means forever. But as I'm trying to show from Muhammad Ali's notes, the translator of the Quran, that abada also means for a long time. And it is not meant forever always. And there are several places in the Quran that talk about this, and I'll go over some of the verses that talk about the word abada. And so it is in Surah Nisa, chapter 4, verse 168 onwards. Those who disbelieve and act unjustly, Allah will never forgive them, nor guide them to a path, except the path of hell, to abide in it for a long time, and that is easy for Allah. And Khalidina fiha abada, that's the Arabic word. So abada, for the Arabs, it means forever, and that's what they understand it to be. But according to the lexicologists, it also can mean for a long time. It's also in other places in the Quran that this word is being used for a disobedient one, or for someone who disbelieves. It's in chapter 33, Surah Azab. Surely Allah has cursed the disbelievers and prepared for them a burning fire. So the disbelievers are again mentioned up here, to abide therein for a long time, and they will find no protector nor helper. Khalidina fiha abada. So again the words Khalidina fiha abada. And also elsewhere it is used in the context of one who is disobedient to Allah. And the word also used in the Quran for hell is aqab, and that means residing for a long time or for 70 years. So it's in Surah chapter 78, Naba, that verse 22 onwards. Surely hell lies in wait, a resort for the inordinate, living therein for long years, aqab. So the word aqab and abada have been used. Aqab is generally means 70 years or a long time, and abada means in the common understanding of the word forever. But like I said before, lexicologists like Muhammad Ali say that it's for a long time. And I just want to show you that it is actually not forever according to the vernacular of the Quran. The Quran in chapter 60, it says in verse 4, indeed there is for you a good example in Abraham and those with him, when they said to their people, we are clear of you and what you serve besides Allah. We disbelieve in you, and there is arisen enmity and hatred between us and you forever. So So the words are Bainana or Bainakum Aduwaton Lil Baghda'u Abadan. So again, the word Abada, but then it is followed by another word that says Hatta, or until you believe in Allah alone. So you see, it is conditional according to the Arabic of the Quran. It is conditional until hatta occurs, or some amelioration of the thought process of their thought processes occur, and they start believing in Allah, according to this verse from chapter 60, where the people of Abraham and his people, Abraham said to his people that there's enmity between us and you forever, or abada, except or until you believe in Allah alone. So this is the understanding that the Quran does not use the word abada in the sense of forever. It is conditional until hatta occurs or until occurs. So this is what I'm trying to convey to our Muslim friends, that abada is not meant to be taken as forever. It is meant to be taken as for a long period of time, or for a period of time until amelioration of the thought processes occurs. And this is the nature of hell. Hell is a remedial place. It is the place where we are punished, or people are punished, and once they become pious and they humble themselves, then their punishment is over, and they're taken out of hell and put into the river of life. And from there, they grow into people who are ready for heaven. So it is in the Quran, in chapter 7, verse 94, we did not send a prophet to a town, but we seized its people with distress and affliction, that they might humble themselves. So punishment, which is distress and affliction, is for people to humble themselves. So that's the nature of punishment. It is so that people turn to God and repent to Him and ask forgiveness. And that is the nature of punishment in the hellfire as well, because Allah has not changed the nature of punishment. It is just that we don't understand exactly what the punishment is going to be like in hell, but we know that the Quran does speak in metaphors, and the fire may be a metaphor for a terrible burning of thoughts and hardships. So the hell has been called Mawla, or caretaker in the Quran. Just like Allah is a Mawla, our creator is our caretaker, hell has also been called a caretaker. So hell is a place where remedy occurs. And this is what I'm trying to explain, that it has also been called or mother. And I'll take out the verses for it. Then as for him whose measures of good deeds is heavy, he will live a pleasant life. And as for him whose measures of good deeds is light, the abyss is a mother for him. So the abyss or hell is a mother. So like a mother remedies the child who is bad, that's the nature of hell. It remedies a person who is bad and makes them into a better state. And we know that Allah is all-encompassing mercy, and He will not punish forever. Just like, as you know, in humans, we do not punish forever. We punish to a certain point, and then when the person becomes pious and remedies themselves, then we don't punish anymore. And that's the nature of prisons as well. It is for a certain period of time, unless the person is found to be too evil to get back into society. But it is a remedial nature that the caretaker and the mother is. And Mawla signifies that hell will take care of them as well, and hell will correct them. So this is the nature of hell, and it is in the Quran that My mercy encompasses all things. In Surah Araf, verse 176, my mercy encompasses all things. I afflict with chastisement whom I please, and my mercy encompasses all things. And it is also in Surah Anam that your Lord is the Lord of all encompassing mercy, verse 147. So you see, even hell is mercy from Allah. It is a place where punishment occurs, but it is through this punishment that we turn to God and we humble ourselves and we ask forgiveness and we become a better person. And just like the fire takes out the dross from gold, in the same way, hell will take out the evil from us and will the bad in us and the wrongs in us and our evil nature that had become us, and it will correct us and make us a better person. So that is the nature of hell, that it takes the dross out of a person. And so these are things that I'm trying to explain to you up here from the Quran, that hell is not a permanent place of misery and hardship, that God does not have mercy on a person who he puts up there. It is only for them to remedy themselves and to improve themselves. And it is in the Quran that then as for those who are unhappy, they will be in the fire. For them there will be sighing and groaning abiding therein, as long as the heaven and the earth endure, except as the Lord please. So God has made it conditional that at a certain point He will take the person out of hellfire. And God is a doer of what He intends. And then the next verse in chapter 111, Hud, this verse 106 and 108. Then as for those who are made happy, they will be in gardens abiding therein, as long as the heavens and the earth endure, except as the Lord please, a gift never to be cut off. So for those people in heaven, it is God has added the words that it is a gift never to be cut off. But for the people in hell, He hasn't said that. He hasn't said that it will never be cut off. So hell is a place where until God decides the issue, a person will stay there, and when he remedies himself, then he will come out of it. And there are several hadiths that talk about this, and Kanzul Amal is a collection of hadiths that, and there's certain hadiths here that talk about this matter, that in Kanzul Amal, surely a day will come over hell when it will be like a field of corn that has dried up after flourishing for a while. So Kanzul Amal hadith says like a cornfield, but a time will come when it will be barren. And another hadith there is, surely a day will come over hell when not a single human being is in it. A saying from Umar is recorded in Fath al-Bayan, even if the dwellers in hell may be as numberless as the sands of the desert, a day will come when they will be taken out of it. So this is the understanding of the early companions of Prophet Muhammad, that it was not meant to be permanent place of abode for mankind who were evil in this world. It was meant as a place of remedy for them, and they will be taken out of it, and a time will come when it will be barren and will be empty of everything. So God in His mercy does not punish forever. And there are certain hadiths that my mercy takes precedence over my anger. So God may be angry with one on the day of judgment and send for them for punishment, but His mercy is all-encompassing, and He has vouchsafed mercy on Himself. And this is what the Quran says, and this is what the Hadith says as well, that it is a place where eventually people will come out of. So these are some of the sayings, and it's just try to understand that when we are in this world and a very bad person who may have committed murder and all sorts of ills and disobeyed God and not believed in Him, if he is brought to the truth, he is forgiven if he comes into Islam. And that is the nature, that when one remedies himself and becomes pious in this world, then what makes you think that hell would be different in that sense? If one remedies oneself and one becomes pious and asks forgiveness from God and turns and wants to be a better person, and then what makes you think that God would not forgive him? God is all forgiving, all merciful, and He is our Creator, the one that we love and the one that we should love, and we were not created in vain. So he would not put us in hell forever, because that would be in vain that if we were in hell forever. We are not created in vain. We are created for peace to occur one day with us, when we know that we were stupid and we were committing crimes and all sorts of wrongs and disbelieved in the word of the Quran, and that's why there is this place of remedy for us. And the two sorts of people that go to hell: those who associate with God or take idols or other beings to be God, and those who are bad and do not do good deeds, and whose good deeds are light. So these are the two groups of people that actually go to hell. And those who also disbelieve in God and do not take Him to be a God, or the atheists, they're also included in the group of those who have been wrong in their belief. So these are things that I'm trying to explain to the Muslim world and to the Christians, that hell is only a place for remedy for man, and it is to take the dross out of gold, and eventually we will be going to heaven. That is our destination and that's our place of abode. But we have to get there in a pious state. The evil has to be taken out of us, and there is no evil in heaven. So God will take it out of us in hell, or in the waiting area, or barzakh, or after the day of judgment, until all the evil is gone out of us, and then we can go to heaven, where we can be in loving embrace and in the companionship of God as good people who do not disobey Him, and who love Him and love to be at His feet and love to be one with Him. Okay. Jazakallah.